welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. I am a military spouse and our family is currently stationed in Rota, Spain. And I make videos about our time here and I make videos about all of the other things that I'm interested in as well. I obviously have on glasses today. I wear glasses. I just don't wear them all the time. I need to start being better about wearing them because that's why I have them on today. So, yeah, if you're new here, hi, and consider subscribing. What else do you have to do? It's free, just subscribe, it's fine. You probably are subscribed to so many other channels, just subscribe to mine too, it's fine. And also like, comment, please leave a comment. It's helping me to get ideas for, I have quite a few ideas of videos and things that I want to make, but it just gives me ideas too. Like if someone asks me a question, I'll think, hey, let me make a video about this because maybe other people have this question and this might be the only way that I'm be able to interact with you. You can also follow me over on my Instagram, the Erica Monet. I'm going to get better about posting on Instagram. I just sometimes don't know what to post. I'm not really, what's the word that everyone says? Oh gosh, I can't even think of it. There's like a word that people use about their Instagram that I'm just like, I don't know what to post. And I don't want to like just post me and my daughter all day, which is mostly what I would be posting because it's just the two of us most of the time. But anyway, let's get into the video. Sorry for the ramble, people. On today's video, we're going to talk about your pack and load. This is going to be a part of my PCS with Confidence series. And I just want to offer information to those families that maybe this is your first move. Maybe you're someone like me who I wasn't familiar with the military move process or PCSing. No one in my family was a military member. My husband, his father was in the military, so he was familiar with the process way more than I was. So yeah, so I just want to offer, whatever helpful tips and tricks to make sure that you could potentially have the best move possible. Prior to coming here, I worked for a TSP or a transportation service provider, basically a company that just manages military moves. So I just want to offer my knowledge and any helpful tips that I can to any families that may be new to this, or maybe you're just a spouse and you've never had a situation like this happen. I got you. So today we're going to talk about the packing and loading process, and I will be looking down because I have quite a few notes. First and foremost, please make sure that you are available all day. If you are packing and loading over a few days, be available all of those days. All day, from 8 to 5, be available all day. You may have to be available after 5 o'clock, but for sure make sure that your schedule allows you to be available from 8 to 5. I don't know how many times I would hear service members complaining that they have to be available from 8 to 5, but that is what you are supposed to be available for. And most of the time, if a service member had a complaint and they would call like a base or something like that, or like call their command or something, they would tell them you need to be available. So just be available from 8 to 5. Also, especially on your pack day, really pack and load. Stay out of the crew's way. Excuse me. I know sometimes people want to, of course you want to, watch and, make sure that, hopefully they're doing things the way that you want them to. But most of these people have been doing this a long time. In some cases, I know sometimes in not all cases. But just stay out of their way. And like, obviously, if you see them doing something that you're not comfortable with or you're not happy with, obviously voice that. If they're not paying attention to you, call your TSP. But generally, I would say just kind of stay out of their way. They're gonna pack your home goods, and yeah, just stay out of their way. If possible, I would say in terms of like your packing and load, kind of give yourself maybe a little bit of extra time. I know a lot of times if you have a larger shipment, maybe they'll schedule your packing and loading over like 2 or 3 days. And I would say, especially if you're going to have to like move out of your residence and maybe you have to like clean, or maybe you're going to be hiring a crew to come and clean your home, give yourself a few extra days. I would say don't, schedule it so that, you are packing and loading and then that same day or like the very next day you have to be out of your residence. I've just seen it happen so many times, and I know sometimes it's not your fault, or sometimes it's so unavoidable with how they have things scheduled for service members to move and be at your destination. But I would definitely say, if at all possible, give yourself at least an extra day or two, if possible, to potentially, have, if there's any delays, or you just never know what's going to happen. And I've seen it so many times, especially over the summer, where, just maybe there's not enough crew members, or maybe even in the fall, like maybe like, people get sick, people get the flu, things happen. And maybe there's not as many crew members to go around. And then it ends up being maybe a day or two longer than you had expected. And then, people are having to, especially if they're like selling a home, try to like figure out with the new homeowners how they're gonna like figure that out. So I would always say just have extra time, extra days. Like I said, even 1 day or 2 days, I feel like it's better to have that extra time, just in case there are delays when it comes to your packing and loading. I would say if you're going to be leaving to go to your next destination, so once the driver packs up your household good items, and some people like leave immediately, some people hang around. I would say if the driver tells you, okay, I'm going to be leaving here, let's say if they left today on a Wednesday, and let's say they're letting you know like, hey, I'm going to actually drive straight to your destination and I will be there roughly in a week. Most of the time the drivers know their schedule. They'll give you an accurate update. I know a lot of times service members, especially if they're moving across country, you like to maybe like take your time. Maybe you're gonna stop in some places and you kind of want to schedule it with the driver for you to be able to receive your shipment direct, which means your shipment doesn't go into storage at destination. I would say just listen to that driver, believe that driver for the most part. I know sometimes the drivers can be all over the place, but for the most part, like most of them have been doing it for a long time. They know how long it's gonna take to get from point A to point B. So if they tell you they're going to be arriving in 2 or 3 days, make sure you're at your destination to receive your shipment, because I've seen it happen so many times where, people say, well, oh, I thought I had, a few days. Oh, it's gonna take me a couple of days to get there, so I just figured it would take the driver a few days to get there. So like a lot of times it doesn't. So leave when the driver leaves. If you don't want your stuff to go into storage, if you don't mind your household good items going into storage, obviously this doesn't apply to you. But if you want to receive your shipment direct to your new residence, just believe that driver. Also, be kind. I'm telling you, be kind to your people that are packing your stuff. Like, these people are literally packing up your life. They're packing up your personal items. Now, obviously, if the people are being rude to you, being disrespectful to you, don't take that. No. But if the people are doing a good job, if they are, trying their best, be kind to those people. They are packing up your livelihoods. Take it how you want to take it. But I'm telling you, you will be so much happier and have a much better experience being nice to people than not being nice to people, especially when they have all of your items, all of your household good items in their possession once they leave you. I'm telling you, I've seen it too many times. If you want things to, let's say, be packed together, which most of the time it's pretty easy, but if you want things to be packed together, make sure you have them already together in your home. Like, don't try to say, like, especially if you have like a 2-story home, don't be like, if you have like a bedroom upstairs, and for whatever reason, if you want those items packed downstairs with, you know, maybe some other bedroom items, like, make sure all that stuff is together. You know, no one has time. They don't have a lot of time to be like going to different rooms, trying to like pre-sort or, you know, organize your home and organize your boxes, or pack them in a way that you want them packed. Like, have all that stuff pre-sorted, have it all organized for them so that they can just pack your things and keep it moving. Yeah, it'll just save you a lot of time and headache. Obviously, don't pack, I said this in my previous video, but don't pack anything in terms of like putting things in actual boxes. If you want to put some things, like I had said before, in like storage bins or something like that, like I did with my hair products and stuff, that's totally fine. You can absolutely do that. Just don't put anything in any boxes. There's no need for that. And also, do not pack anything super important. Don't pack your passport. Don't pack your children's you know, important documents that you might need later to enroll them in school. I know it can happen accidentally, but I've also seen it happen so many times where people are like, I packed, you know, somehow, like, you'll pack a wedding ring or your engagement ring or something like that. Don't pack any of that stuff. Like, take all of that important, you know, your important documents, take that stuff with you. Because you just never know what's gonna happen. You know, maybe your stuff winds up going into storage, or maybe you need it to go into storage once it arrives at destination. You know, keep all your important paperwork and documents with you so that you'll be able to handle your business once you get to your destination, basically. I think that might be it. And again, if you have issues, let someone know in the moment. Don't wait until like the next day. You know, don't wait until maybe the crew leaves for the day. If there's an issue, if there is a problem, stop it right then and there. I've seen it happen a lot of times, especially like if a spouse is by themselves, you know, or maybe especially if you have maybe like your kids with you and, you know, it's just you, maybe you don't have your partner with you to help you kind of like facilitate the move, and people will just kind of like push it under the rug and, you know, wait until like later in the day or in the evening after the crew leaves, or the next day they'll call in. So I would just say, as soon as you find an issue happening, you know, give your TSP a call, let them know that, hey, this is something that I'm not liking, this is making me uncomfortable. Let them know right then and there so they can go ahead and nip that in the bud for you, and, you know, not continue on or not make yourself, you know, feel uncomfortable or feel like you have to sort of like put up with, you know, people's bad behavior. Also, you know, if you don't, I know a lot of times some people will like try to like buy the crew like lunch or buy them, you know, I mean, if you want to offer them things like that, or sometimes people will offer them a tip. You don't have to, especially if you don't have the resources to do that. You know, if you would like to do that, obviously, you know, you can feel free to do that, but you don't have to do that. Don't feel like you have to, you know, tap into any resources that you might need later to do that. You know, only do that at your own personal discretion, and yeah, don't feel obligated. But anyway, that's what I have to share about your packing and loading. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very wonderful day. Bye.